Hi there, this is Danger Canadian Content and DCC Productions here at the Factory Girl in the Danforth. I'm the Moose, and today we're talking to Andrea Levert from Civil Wray.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Let's open a little bit, because you weren't always Civil Wray, were you? You were
I went with the name Blue Venus for a
Blue
while.
Venus for a while, yeah. So there's obviously a morphing out of Blue Venus into that. Yeah. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what that looks like?
Well, basically, I always have people coming up to me and going, so Civil Wray, that's your band name. Everyone thought it was a band name.
Right.
And so, and I had that name for a number of years, and I just felt it was time for a change. And then the idea of Civil Wray, someone said, oh, well, there was an artist called Civil Wars, and she went solo.
Yes.
She called her album Venus, and I'm like, hey, I was talking to a friend, he's a copywriter, went, well, you should just name your album Civil. And I went, okay. And then I thought, no, I am civil. I'd rather be civil. And so that's what started the morph.
Right.
Civil
Okay.
Ray, and then my father's name was Ray, R-A-Y, but then W-R-A-Y had Fay Ray. Kind of had that, still that kind of,
Nice.
I don't know, it just felt better to write it that way.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Fair enough. So how long is Civil Wray in its current format then?
In its current format, I think it's been just over a year, almost a year, yeah.
Almost a year. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Cool. That's excellent. Thank you. The time we saw you was, and I'll be honest, from my point of view, as you had another last-minute decision to turn up in a gig, and say what was that gig? What a great night though, because I mean, not just yourself, but it was just an amazing evening.
GCI, yeah.
It was just an amazing evening across the board. It's got everything worked.
Yeah.
I think that night.
It was a great night.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. And then your guitarist, I think, was
Gareth Parry.
Gareth from Derby.
Gareth from Derby, Parry. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
It was just really worked well.
Yeah.
I mean, is that sort of the set that you played that night? Is that the sort of set that you want to play moving forward? Is that in terms of benchmarking yourself? Where?
Oh, you mean playing as a duo?
Yeah, as a duo, or would you rather play with a band, or?
Bands are expensive, but yeah, I'd like doing both. Different things come out. Like it's more intimate and more when you're just doing as a duo and you just have it's acoustic, and then when you have a band, there's a lot more excitement, and more chance for dancing, get people up and dancing. So the new record when it comes out is with a band live off the floor.
Right.
And so we basically did it in like 3 days, and not just be doing overdubs, but a lot of the vocals we kept.
Right. Okay.
So if I get that band to see you, it will be, you can come to it. And
yeah. No.
And then I'd like your opinion, because
yeah.
I like performing whether it's a duo or with a band.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think it was, for me, but what came across apart from anything else, there was a lot of emotion in terms of what you were singing, and that entire evening was based along those lines, and it really did come across incredibly powerfully,
Good.
Oh, it did, definitely. The only point, and I'll be honest, I think I put this in our review, the only point where I went, when you said, I'm going to do an Amy Winehouse song, and then you delivered one of the most amazing versions I've ever, the most amazing version I think I've ever heard.
Wow! Well, thank you.
Oh no, it's our pleasure.
Have you been on YouTube and seen all the versions?
No,
Well,
but
do that, and then let me know if you say that.
I've heard a lot of, but no, I heard one at the weekend as well.
Okay. He's amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Is that sort of talk to, does that sort of music talk to you?
Amy Winehouse is a true artist, and she's inspiring for that reason. And she was, from a young age, really aware of what she was going to do, and she was really, centered in that way.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't centered in all the rest of the ways, but artistically, she was very centered. So.
But isn't that the case too often? That imbalance, if you like, brings you the genius and the.
Well, I mean, the genius is exploited.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely.
Because you look at her, and I saw the video, not the video, sorry, the documentary about her, and they talk about the drugs and everything like that, but really what killed her, I think, was the bulimia, because she was so raped in. It wasn't really from the drugs so much as was from the bulimia, and that's when she had the problems with the alcohol and went back on it. Her heart couldn't take it. So it's like Karen Carpenter, and Karen Carpenter looked the exact same as her. and she died because of the anorexia. So
Yeah,
it's
another
kind of
tremendous
very sad.
focus, like,
And it's
oh.
funny that that wasn't the main thing. We always go, oh, it's the drug, it's the alcohol, but no, it was the eating sort of.
No, there's normally something else
Yeah.
sitting behind that, isn't there? So
Yeah,
it's,
so,
tragic,
but she's a brilliant artist, will always be.
yeah, yeah. Well, immortalised now
Exactly.
by default. You know, that's
Yeah. But she was immortalized, like, even as she carried on.
Yeah.
I always say she should have kept her guitar in front of her. Would have made her feel better.
Yeah, the confidence issues in there. There's lots of people who get stage fright. You know, you see that, but perhaps not to the same extent. And you say, but perhaps sometimes it's too much too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just not being given a break. Have you seen? Anyways, yeah, it's great. I love her.
It was tremendously impressive. You mentioned new material then. You mentioned
That's
new,
right.
new album,
Lots
so-
of new material. We just did it just this June, and I wrote a bunch of songs in the winter time. We didn't do them. You didn't see them. I performed them. They're brand new, and yeah, I'm really excited.
And when you're looking at the release for that, you say you're doing some work.
Fall, maybe January.
Okay.
Maybe January, probably. We'll see.
And then that takes just so new material then takes you potentially out on the road. So
That's right. Yeah, right. So once I have a CD record or however it is, the format is, and I do release something, I'll go on the road with a band. And but right now I'm still going to Castro's and I'm still doing these gigs, just small gigs in the city, and I'm performing them now.
But Castro's is a good place. Castro's is a great
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been there?
Oh yes.
Okay. It's just live music every day.
Yeah, and everything works for me there. So it's not exactly where we live, but it's
worth the travel.
It's where I'd like to live. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's worth the travel.
Yeah. It is worth that. It is worth that completely. So I mean, in terms of you obviously played with Gareth with say guitar from that point of view. Other collaborations, other people. In terms of
I play with Gareth. I play with Luke Roberts. I play with Jessica Stewart. I play with Martin. Sorry, he's got a Czech name and I can't pronounce it. So anyways, Martin.
Yeah.
With a Y. And so I have now about 4 guitar players, and I had James Champagne Robertson play on my record, which he plays a lot with Lindy Ortega, and he's amazing. He played on the record. So I have a lot of different people I play with. Simply because I don't accompany myself in baritone, so I always get great people. But sometimes they're busy, so I use different people all the time.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And they're great.
So when you from a tour point of view, we obviously I know you say you're playing around Toronto at the moment. How far afield do you expect to go with the tour? Do you know yet? Or is it too early?
I hope to be back in Australia with this record. I was there in 2014 as Blue Venus.
Right.
But I made a bunch of connections there, and I think that this record, more than sort of the record I had before, with a new release, I think that might be able to make a dent there.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
No.
Because there's very similar sentiment of blues music, and my this record is slightly more blues based. So I think that I'm looking forward to taking it there.
Well, it's interesting because there's quite a lot of crossover between Australia and Canada in terms of artists. We've been quite surprised that there's been that sort of crossover has happened.
Oh yeah, well,
but not surprised. But it is Commonwealth, yeah.
So
but it's a long way to go.
It's a long way to go, but in March it's a great place to go. Yeah, I went there for a month. I did a tour there with another artist, Marta Paycheck, and she, we went on tour through the southwest.
Right.
So Melbourne, Sydney were the biggest cities we played, but we played all a bunch of different places.
Yeah, no, it's, that works. We've been tracking a band at the moment who left Toronto. Let's see, that'll be last August, September, and they went all the way down through the States. They're still on tour at the moment.
Nice.
They're literally booking 3 or 4 days in advance. So they went south of the border and then across to the west coast, and we're literally working their way back in, just where they're way back in Canada now. So
nice.
They're able to do it because they're a couple and they just jump in a van and go.
Right.
Winnebago. So
going to Australia is a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
But work it through.
Well, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
And the visa piece is something we may find ourselves having to deal with moving forward after Brexit. Never mind.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I'm so sorry. Well, my mom's a Brit, and
Yeah.
she's been devastated.
We've decided ourselves.
She's devastated. Just can't believe they would do that.
Well, sadly, it's done. You know.
Well, you know, a new government can overturn it.
Well, we hope.
It's happened before.
Well, we'll have to see. Well,
Yeah, no one likes it.
No,
So
that's
it's
true.
baloney.
Not even the people that voted for it, so there you go.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, look, we'll run into, thank you for that. What we'll do, run into the round of doom, the speed round of doom, depending on say, there
Okay.
you go. Don't worry, these
All right.
your first thought that comes into your head, it doesn't have to, there's no bad answers in here whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, and you can pass, I didn't actually offer that
Okay.
up before, but we
All right,
can
good.
pass if it comes to it.
Okay.
So what pizza would most clearly describe your personality?
I can't have cheese anymore. Cheese doesn't like me anymore. So
Doesn't
I
it?
have no cheese.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it would just have tomato sauce and maybe good veggies and great mushrooms. And
Yeah. Okay.
all of that. Yeah, pretty boring. It's not like
No.
with a pizza I would have gone a few years ago, unfortunately.
No, we the best one I think we had one in the UK, with liver and bacon pizza, which was just
I hate liver. Never.
unbelievable.
Never.
As
Liver,
a-
kidney. No,
Yeah,
don't
it
do
was.
them.
It
Don't
was
do them.
no. Oh, okay, fine. It was just one of the most bizarre
That
pizzas
is-
ever.
that is-
Yeah,
that
was.
is
I don't think we had it again. Really. Never mind. Never mind. In terms of this, we've got a straight choice here. Some of these
Okay.
are just straight choices.
Okay.
Which would you choose? One horse-sized duck, or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses. 100 duck-sized horses. Or horse-sized ducks.
Yeah, you're going to
But they're the same.
one horse-sized duck,
Right.
or 100 duck-sized horses. So
Oh, that's different.
equal horses.
You said horse-sized ducks.
Did I? Okay,
yeah,
fine. So,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay,
So I was
my
like,
apologies.
those are the same. I'm
No.
pretty sure. Or I can.
No.
Well, obviously, I'd like 100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
more manageable.
Okay, I'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see if Amazon can deliver them. Thank you, though. Hamsters or tarantulas?
Tarantulas.
Tarantulas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's good. That's good. And
Hamsters eat each other, like don't they? I've heard
I-
some horror stories.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You don't
tarantulas, they're chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I held one once.
Yeah.
I didn't ask to, but people were given to me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they got me over it quite quick. Should Canada goose nuggets be served in McDonald's? There seems to be quite a lot of Canada geese, so I don't think
No.
I'll miss any. No?
No.
Okay. That's very interesting. If you had to pick someone to get in the car and drive across Canada with, dead or alive,
Okay.
who would you pick to go in the car with you? It doesn't have to be a musician, it could be absolutely anybody.
Well, you know who I know I could manage, this guy, Ed, I can't remember his last name, but we did a trip similar to that. It was like 10 hours.
Right.
We kept talking the whole time. The whole time we talked, so I'd go in the car with him again.
You get the car with him again. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It can be inordinately stressful, as I found out when we did a previous interview, so
Oh, yeah, I bet.
yeah, that's, it could work the other way, where there's no
Okay,
talking.
well, maybe I could be in the car with my daughter, then I'd be driving.
Yeah, I get that. I did that yesterday. Okay, we've lost a lot of musical celebrities sadly this year, far too many.
Oh, an artist, really.
Artists generally, yeah.
Celebrity,
Yeah.
but
But
artists, yeah.
if you had to pick one, I'm going to ask you which one of the next ones have got to go. So is it going to be Van Morrison, Johnny Rotten, Kanye West, Bob Dylan, or Sting?
Okay, well, let's think about this year that we've had, which has been pretty devastating. Let's think which would be the most devastating. Kanye West, I'm not familiar
Oh,
with
Kanye West.
Kanye.
Kanye West,
Oh,
sorry, that's my
Kanye.
pronunciation.
I would say the most devastating, where everyone would go, "Oh my God," would be Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, okay.
Yeah, I think that would be the one where I'm just going with the trajectory of like everyone else, Prince and
Yeah, I mean,
David
far
Bowie and-
too many really.
Yeah.
From that point of view.
yeah.
Okay. If a vegetable, Toronto decided that it needed to be represented by one vegetable, which vegetable would best represent Toronto? Bear in mind there's no bad answers with it.
I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't think it's just one vegetable. I think it's like a salad, or maybe it's like a slow cooked stew. I think there's a lot of different root vegetables. And all it's just not one vegetable.
Diversity of vegetables.
It's the veggie special, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. And we have ketchup or brown sauce. Ketchup is HP sauce or steak sauce, that sort of thing. So which one was breakfast? Is there? Is it going to be ketchup or is it going to be brown sauce?
For Brexit?
No, for breakfast. Just breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah. Neither? No? No ketchup? No brown sauce? No? Okay. We're all good. We're all good. And do you have any non-guilty listening pleasures? So we've asked people before if they, because people say originally they were guilty listening pleasures, but they become non-guilty as almost everything is.
I'm not guilty for anything I listen to, ever.
Never.
Ever. Never, ever.
Okay.
There's nothing I feel guilty about. Ever.
No,
listening, I could listen to anything.
My mum was an early 1970s Irish pianist.
Okay.
Pianist, rather, and that was tough for me to actually admit for a little while.
Right. Well, there probably is, but I can't think of it.
I got over it.
But I love all music, but there's like non-guilty. I mean, like I could listen to Coltrane for days.
Mm-hmm.
I could listen to Love Supreme for days. I could listen to certain kinds of recordings for days. But there's nothing like if I listen to a really backward pop song. It's not so much I feel guilty about it, it's that I just feel like, ow, like you consumed a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you got that feeling, and you're like, what can I listen to now to kind of clear my palate?
No.
But I don't feel guilty about it.
No.
Because pop music sometimes is just fun, you just listen to it and then it's done. But pop music is also like Kate Bush or even Kendrick Lamar, and like they're amazing. That's pop music. So
It is.
it's amazing. It's a good time for music.
It is a good time. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah.
When you look for it.
Yeah, and it's morphing as well. I think this is the other thing. That's the beauty of what you listen to is changing. So
yeah, it's changing. It's interesting how it's all one kind on the charts right now. Like I think there's like two producers. You'll hear a song and it's usually by Sia or it's by Mac Martin for the most part. Or Kanye.
yeah, no, it's changing. We saw a couple of hip hop artists just recently, and they were about as different as anything that you were likely to hear.
Everyone's so different.
Simply because it was vocally.
Yeah.
They were, and the subject-wise was just absolutely brilliant. Almost blues singers.
Yeah.
But
And it's funny because on the radio, I think it's because the radio stations are very streamlined. Like the popular, like the commercial radio stations are very streamlined on what they can play and how to bring in the most advertising dollars. So.
Airplays everything as well.
Yeah, we're lucky to live in Canada.
We are.
Very lucky to live in Canada.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to bring us to the end of our
Okay.
interview. Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
I just want to say thank you to Andrea. I want to say thank you to the Factory Girl for putting up with us, to Angelo and Justin for filming. All of your details will be up in the credits as we go through,
Okay, great.
and we'll share a bit more of that. And thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.